welcome back to the Confidence Igniter podcast, where we don't just spark confidence, we set it on fire. And I'm your host. My name is Tamyko Green. And today's episode is about something right under your nose, something that's either your biggest problem or your greatest power. Your tongue, that mouth of yours. See, I remember when I was a kid growing up, my mother would say, don't let your mouth get you in trouble. And see, our words have power. They have power to shift the atmosphere. So today's episode is titled, Don't Let Your Words Stop You. Let them propel you. Don't let your words stop you. Let them propel you. Let's dive in. See, words are spells. That's right. You heard it. They are spells. That's why they call it spelling. Now, I know that might sound cute and clever, but hear me. There is a creative force in your mouth. When you speak, you are not just talking, you are casting. You are either building bricks of breakthrough or stacking stones of self-sabotage. I'm going to say that again. You are either building bricks of breakthroughs or stacking stones of sabotage. See, every I can't is a curse you're placing on your own calling. Every I'm not good enough is a dagger in your own destiny. Every that's just the way I am. You know how we do it. See, that is a prison you build with your own breath. See, the first person to hear your words is you. And if you can't, and if you keep speaking defeat, don't be surprised when your life looks like a battleground and you're the only one shooting. See, words can be walls that box you in or wings that lift you up. Which are you building? See, your life follows your language. Your tongue is writing a check your life has to cash. So why are you spending words on lack, fear, failure? See, it's a game that I like to play every now and then, and I call it flip the script because your breakthrough might just be one sentence away. Have you ever thought about that? See, instead of saying, I can't do this, say, I'm learning how to get better every day. Or instead of saying, I'm failing, say, I'm figuring it out one lesson at a time. Instead of I'm stuck, you can say something like, I'm strategizing my next move. Now, let me make this real. See, there was a time in my life when I was raising 3 kids on my own, no roadmap, no partner, just me and my babies. And I had a dream that didn't even have a name on it yet. See, I could have said something like, I'm just a single mom. I didn't finish high school and I'm not qualified for anything, really. And believe it or not, I did say those things at first. But then I realized something. I realized those words were building a box for me that I didn't even belong in. So I started to change my language to reflect my destiny. I went from saying that I'm just a single mom, I'm saying that, hey, I'm not just a single mom, I'm a superstar in heels. I may have dropped out of high school, but I'm rising. I'm not stuck. I'm in training for my next level. And let me tell you what happened. At some point, I did get my GED. I launched a business, and I began to step in the calling that God had placed in my spirit. See, that changed my words. What changing my words changed my life. See, you can't keep calling the same old words, the same old story, and think you're going to get a brand new breakthrough because you're not. See, you're the narrator of your life audiobook. But here's the twist. You're also the author, the editor, and the voice actor. So why are you writing tragedy when you can be writing a story of triumph, of victory? See, I'm going to say that again because I really believe someone needs to hear it. You are the narrator of your life audiobook. But here's the twist. You're also the author, the editor, and the voice actor. So why are you writing a story built on tragedy when you can write one on triumph, on victory? See, allow your words to be your jet fuel, not cement blocks that keep you grounded. See, you got to stop waiting for your life to look successful because many times we don't want to speak differently until we see differently, but you got to keep speaking it Okay, you got to be able to see it. You got to see healing before healing show up. You got to speak progress while you're trying to put the pieces together. You got to speak freedom even when you feel like you chained by fear, because faith speaks first. Your mouth must match your mission. I'm going to say that again. Your mouth must match your mission. And see, once you begin to believe it, once you begin to see it, because the thing is, we speak what we see, right? So speak what it is that you really want to see, and don't stop speaking it until you see that. And see, that's not just a quote. That's a life principle. Say it with me. I'm powerful. I'm prepared. I'm positioned for purpose. See, what I seek, what I'm seeking, that's what I'm speaking, not what I don't want. I'm not going to use my words to speak tragedy over my life. Remember what I said. Your words are spells. I mean, you can look all around you. You can look in your personal life, in your professional life, from the pulpit to politics. Words are powerful, and you get to decide. You get to decide. You get to decide either you're going to move in the direction of someone else's words or your own words, or you're going to move in a direction that doesn't offer you what it is that you really desire in life, or are you willing to take a chance and move in the direction that offers you the best of life? Are you willing to, when you hear things, not just believe them right then and there? Think about it. Let me tell you something. If you really understood how powerful words are. I mean, the good book in the beginning, God just moved over the water and he spoke. Now, for some, they may say, oh, I don't believe it. Okay, well then look at your own life. Look at the things that you probably have spoken over your own life. Maybe you sat at home one day and didn't want to go to work or whatever, and then you said, oh, I don't feel good, I'm sick. And then all of a sudden your nose started running or your head started hurting. Maybe you said to yourself, you know what, I'm broke. I don't have any more money. Okay. And then all of a sudden, even when you got some money, what ended up happening? What ended up happening? Somebody ended up calling you and saying, hey, look, can I borrow some money? And then you looked and say, man, I just got this. All I'm saying is we have to be careful how we use our words, because they are spells. And once again, you can look into the world right now. It is words that start wars. It is words that bring about hatred. It is words that also can bring about love. And it's words that can also bring about peace. It is words that break up families and break up relationships and hurt children. But that same mouth can speak words that actually bring relationships together, that actually help children, that actually help yourself. Words are powerful, and we move in the direction of our words. So instead of allowing your words to destroy you, instead of allowing your words to lock you inside of a prison that only you can let yourself out of, only you. No one else has the ability to let you out of a prison that you built with your own words, regardless to what you see in the atmosphere, regardless to how many times you look out and base what you can or cannot do based upon what you see. Because I'm a firm believer that each of us came to this earth for a reason. And whatever that purpose is that you were sent to earth, I can guarantee you nothing will stop the purpose if you're willing to walk in it. If you're willing to use your words to speak victory over your life. If you're use your words to lift you up, to help you to rise up in life. Because I can guarantee you words are powerful. The reason why I'm sitting here today is because of the words I spoke. You remember earlier I told you I was a single mother, a high school dropout, raising three kids. And let me tell you, I really, really used to say those things like, hey, this is all it is. This is it. This is as good as it gets for me. But then I realized that the more I kept speaking that stuff, the more my life kept going crazy. But now, when I look over my life, how did I get here? It's my words. Because our words are the first thing we hear. Remember, I said that. these are the first words you hear, is those that you speak to yourself. And even when you allow somebody else to speak words to you or into you, you have to be careful. You have to take inventory. You have to, it's a good idea to just stop and think for a minute when people say things. Stop and think. Is it true? How does it fit into your life? Because we spend a lot of time using our words on things that don't even matter. We use our words nowadays to, in some cases, cause so much harm than we do good. And we think that's okay. And it might be okay for you, but bottom line is this: our words have power. And if you just take time out to allow your words to propel you, think about what it is that you desire in life. Just think about that. And then do inventory on the words that you speak. Do they line up with your mission? Do your words really line up with your mission? Are you saying that you want to write a book, or you want to go back to school, or, perhaps open a business or do more graphic arts? And then look at the words. So you said this is what you want to do, right? Then look at your words. Are your words lining up with that? Your words that you're casting, the spells that you're casting on your life, are they lining up what you say that you desire? Or are they destroying what you desire? Are they making it where you will never have an opportunity to live that out in life because you keep saying it'll never happen for me? One thing I will say: whatever it is that you were sent here to do, to be, to have, if you speak words of victory over your life, I'm not saying you won't have any challenges. That's not what I'm saying. But I can guarantee you, even in your challenges, you'll say, this too shall pass, because of who you are and whose you are. You will know, and you will remind yourself, my words are spells. Remember, that's why they call it spelling, because every time you speak a word, you're casting. The good book says, declare a thing, and so shall it be. Well, what do you use to declare? Your words. They are, use them to build your life. Don't use them to burn somebody else's either. Use them to build your life and the world around you. And if you start to cast good words, I am great, I am confident, I am prepared, I am ambitious, I am resilient. The more you speak words like that, let me tell you something, the stronger you will get. Because here's the thing, it's like going to the gym. The first day you go to the gym, you start lifting weights, you don't necessarily see any results the first day you go. But every time you go back, you get stronger and stronger. Your muscles get bigger and bigger. Use your words to build the life you desire, not to burn it. So remember, every time you open your mouth, you're casting. The question is, what are you casting? So here's an action step. If you will, take a moment out to see, just to listen to yourself. Maybe you might spend, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes just listening to the words that you're saying to yourself, regardless of outside of what you're saying to somebody else. But when you find yourself saying negative things about yourself, write that down. Write that down. And then find something else that you can put in its place that's positive. Instead of saying that I will never reach my goal, say every day I'm working toward my goal, toward reaching my goal. Instead of saying I'm not good enough, no, change that to I'm more than enough. I got what it takes. Remember, you are the one that is casting the spell on yourself. And here's the other thing. When you change your words, your life has to change, because you'll start to move in a different direction. Once again, we move in the direction of our words. So when you change your words, it changes your life. Well, this has been today's episode. So I just want to say thank you for stopping by, and thank you for liking or subscribing. And also thank you for sharing. But before we go, I have a little short announcement here. I want to remind you of a couple of things. One, I have another event. It's the Business Mastermind that's coming up on July 12th from 10 a.m. to 1:30, and it is in Marietta, 2477 Canton Road. Also, a community service announcement from Fortified City Christian Church. They are having a community food distribution every third Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Also, they have their fitness class, which is free. You can join on Zoom. Their Zoom ID is 550-679-364. That is 550-679-364. Or you can actually come in person, and that's held every Monday and Friday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. and on Wednesdays from 5:30 to 6:30. So that is announcements. I have had a wonderful time. I hope you did. I hope you did too. And don't forget, your words are powerful. So be purposeful when you're using them. Until next week, have a good evening. Bye-bye.